She dancing dirty. She twerking on me. Them hundos on me. She love my foreign.
Boss made shawty on the pole, now she sliding my ride.
Shouts out to my peoples that's about to go to high school, currently in high school, and just graduated. Turn up one
I was a
time.
new student to Southern Lehigh High School in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Going into my junior year of high school, not knowing anyone was really rough.
Right.
Everyone obviously had their friend group sorted out by then. The worst part was lunchtime, though. My school wouldn't let juniors leave for lunch, only seniors. So I had to eat in the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
I was dreading it because I knew I'd have no one to sit with, and I didn't want to force myself into a random table.
Right.
When lunchtime finally came, however, I walked into the cafeteria with my tray of food looking for a place to sit. Every single table was taken. I didn't even have the option of sitting alone.
Damn.
But there was one table in the corner of the cafeteria with only 2 kids sitting at it.
The chances of those 2 kids sitting in the corner, in the darkness, being sus, being weird, being on some fuck shit, is probably it's definitely more than half percent. I want to say what? 87%? Yeah. And then remaining, I don't know what that percentage is. Like, what's 80? I don't know what that is. That 87% of those 2 kids being like hella sus, hella weird, hella on that fuck shit. Yeah. And then that other percentage, the remaining percentage of those kids being normal. I mean, you got that, but I'm more lenient about those 2 kids being on that. Yeah.
That was the least intimidating spot to sit. So I walked over and asked if I could sit there. They both looked at each other, and one of them said, "Yeah." I noticed upon sitting down that the 2 were identical twins.
Right.
They looked like they were partially of Hispanic heritage.
Okay.
But they didn't have accents. They honestly seemed alright. They introduced themselves as Antonio and Bruno, and they had a conversation with me.
Right.
They invited me to hang out with them after school, and honestly, I figured, why not? I had to start off somewhere as far as making friends.
It's kind of fast.
I got their numbers, and after school, I went home to drop off all my stuff. Shortly after, I got a text from Bruno, telling me he and his brother were planning on hanging out. He told me to meet them around 9 that night at the nearby cemetery, and that was like a 10.
Okay. Oh, I knew those 2 kids was on some fuck shit. Right. I knew they was on some bullshit. Right, because I mean, come on, bro. Like that happened way too fast. Way too fast. Way too fast. You already exchanging numbers on the first day? You already talking about hanging out on the first day? And then not only that, to put the cherry on top, right? Y'all hanging out at the fucking cemetery? Jesus. I definitely don't get my number out on the first day. Nah, hell no. I don't care who you are. You can be a bad to the bone junk. You can be a bad shorty, right? But I'm even then. I'm not giving you my phone number. Not on the first day. Not I may give you like my social medias or whatever. But not my number. Not on the first day. Not on the first day. That's equivalent to like, I don't know, like going over that person's house or whatever. I don't know. It's see. I knew something was up. I knew something was up. I knew something was up off Bucks.
And it walked from my house. He said there was a cool hangout spot near there. Plus, the first day of school was on a Friday, so we had off the next day.
Oh, that's nice.
I had nothing to do, so I said, yeah, I'm down. When the time came, Bruno texted me one more time asking if I was still coming. I said, yeah, I'm gonna leave in a few, and confirmed we were meeting on the road by the cemetery. He said, yeah. So I began my walk in the dark to the cemetery. The longer I walked, the more I thought about my whole move and being the new kid in high school. And thinking about the fact that I was literally walking to a cemetery at night to hang out with two kids I just met. But anyway, I got to the little road next to the cemetery and asked Bruno where they were. He started typing right away, and he said they were in the woods hanging by a small lake that they wanted to show me.
God damn.
And he promptly sent his location. So I made my way into the woods, pushing branches out of my way, using my tiny phone flashlight as my only light.
Oh, God.
I started calling for Bruno and Antonio as I felt like I was close enough, according to the location he sent me at least. Suddenly I heard footsteps, so I stopped. Definitely footsteps approaching me, but they were very low and slow. I called out that they better not be trying to scare me. When they weren't answering me though, I decided this was stupid. I turned and started walking back towards the road. But those footsteps I mentioned earlier, they turned from quiet and slow to fast, and before I could even react, someone had their nails digging into my neck and actively choking me. I heard a familiar voice screaming, grab him, grab him. I managed to break free from this sort of chokehold and sprinted towards the road. I know they followed me until the tree line by the road. I was faster than them, and I could run for miles. And that's what I did. I ran straight home and told my parents. They considered calling the cops, but I thought it would be better to get pictures of the nail marks on my neck and report it to the school the next day. That's what we did. And with the help of the text that I got from Bruno, I was able to get the two students expelled. My parents made me block both their numbers. I didn't exactly argue with that, though. My parents wanted me to confirm that these kids didn't know where we lived, and I told them simply, not as far as I know. So anyway, one night about a week later, I woke up to my room feeling really cold. I heard the sound of wind blowing into my room, and I looked at the window to see it was slid completely open. I wondered if my mom came in to open it, but that would make absolutely no sense. It was like 50 degrees out that night.
Yeah, and she also knows about the fucking checklist. Here we go. Because your mom knows about the checklist, but I don't think you know about the checklist. Because I don't think you checked the checklist. I don't. Because you didn't check the checklist. Hey, 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 I'm so off beat. Obviously, your mom knows about the checklist, but you don't. Point blank, period. And there you go, assuming shit. The moment you start assuming shit like you just did is the moment you I guess is the moment you're in a clutch up situation. Like the moment you realize excuse me. The moment you start to realize, I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. The moment you start to realize, no, the moment you start assuming, oh, okay, there we go. The moment you start assuming is the moment it just goes downhill for you. That's it. That's it.
I walked over to it and looked down below. A few feet below my bedroom window, there's a part of the exterior of my house that comes outward, creating a sort of ledge underneath my window that my father always told me to jump onto in case of a fire. I shut my window and walked over to my parents' bedroom. I gently knocked and opened the door, and my mom groggily asked what. I had to ask her if she opened my window. She sat up saying, "No, why?" I told her in a louder, more concerned voice now that my window was opened all the way by somebody. She started shaking my dad to wake him up and go check my room with me.
There you go.
But when he woke up, he told me to grow up and go back to sleep.
Why is it always that one person in the family that just that's on some other shit? Like, obviously the mom, is on, the Adidas side, right? Obviously the son is a little bit behind the mom, but is catching up, right? But it's like always that one person that just ruins it for everybody. That just oh God. I really thought the dad was about to like do something about it, but he didn't. And he said some dumb shit like go back to sleep or whatever. Or he said grow the hell up. Like, come on, bro. Come on. I got home. Both of y'all are asleep, and my window is wide the hell open. You talking about grow up. Bitch.
I left my parents' door open as I walked back down the hall to my room. Then
There's a fucking spider. Where the duct tape at? Jesus. Where you go? Nope, you good. You good. Oh, shit. Oh! Nope, nah, nope. Yup. Fucking duct tape. Fuck. Bow. What you mean? Fuck. If you ever see a bug in your joints, in your house, or wherever, find the nearest duct tape and thank me later. Just saying. Let's get wait. Anybody else do that? Like, you see a bug or whatever, especially like in your house, in your room, and after you kill it, like you just gotta make sure nothing else, is in. Nothing else. It's just like, you feel me? Make sure nobody, none of his cousins, brothers, sisters, dads, uncles, mothers, all that. I just want him by himself. That's it. I don't want none of his friends, no family members, no nothing. Just that's it. Fuck. All right, let's get it.
I picked up on something that I'm surprised I picked up on.
What?
My door. It seemed to be half shut now,
Jesus.
as opposed to completely open when I left. I pushed the door open just a little bit so I could get a look through the crack and see if, someone was behind the door. Even though I had the thought of the possibility, I never could have actually expected to see it. There was someone hiding behind my door. I screamed for my dad like a little girl. I screamed so loud I'm sure it could be heard 3 doors down. And my door suddenly slammed shut, just as my dad came rushing out of his room over to me. I screamed, "There's people in my room." So he barged into the room and turned the light on. At that moment, we saw the leg of a person jumping out my window. My dad ran to the window, then downstairs and out the front door to attempt to chase them down. But he came back a few minutes later out of breath, saying he didn't see anyone. Full of energy and fear, I swore it had to be those twins that I got expelled. My dad called the police, and I had to talk to them when they arrived, explaining the whole story back to the incident in the woods. My father backed up my story, but without proof of who entered. They said there wasn't anything they could do.
What?
They merely ordered us to lock the doors and consider installing cameras outside. As positive I am that it was either one of or both of those twins in my room. After getting through a solid couple months of sleeping in fear, nothing to this nature ever happened again. Looking back now, I don't know why I was so willing to meet these kids in the woods at night. I should have realized in the cafeteria that day that they looked like trouble, and I should have stayed away.
I mean, it's understandable because you was on some bullshit. You was on some completely 100% fuck shit.
Freshman year of high school, 2007.
Right.
Gym class last period.
Right.
We had a substitute gym teacher on one of the stormiest days of the...
That's the best. That's the best. I don't know about I don't know if you are anybody that has ever had like a substitute gym teacher. Oh, that shit's the best. At least with like my substitutes when I was in high school, like the substitute gym teacher. At least for me, whenever we had a substitute in the gym, bruh, anything goes. You can do anything. I don't care. Like, fuck. You do whatever you do. Shit. It was free game. You do whatever you do whatever the hell you want. Shit. Oh, I was all over the place. What are you talking about? Just saying.
He was an older man, not a senior citizen, but gray, maybe 55 to 60.
Senior.
He took attendance, and when he passed me, he did a double take at me,
What?
which I found a bit uncomfortable. Not to float my own boat, but I always understood I looked older and really good for a freshman in high school.
God damn. So now we are dealing with a pedophile. Or if he's not a pedophile, then a sus motherfucker. Definitely. One of the two, or both. He can be a sus pedophile. I don't know what that means, but you know what I mean. If he's not a pedophile, then he's sus. Just saying. Why there? Please tell me another reason why a grown man, well in his, numbers. Wow, the hell? Would look at a high schooler. What is a freshman year in high school? What you like? Would you like 14, 15, give or take? Right? You're a freshman. Coming fresh in, right? That's the only two reasons I can think about of why a grown man, well in your ages, right, well in your numbers, would ever look at a high schooler, let alone freshman, twice, doing something like excuse me. Ooh, God. Ooh, excuse me. So sorry. He probably doing something. He probably did this shit. He got a checklist, right? Alex, check. Andrew, check. Ashley, check. Sam, check. Here it is. Michael, check. Samantha, see, it's that double check. Like, what I call him, Michael. Michael, check. He probably did that shit.
The sub told us to get into our volleyball teams, and he disappeared into the hall by the locker rooms for a while. 40 minutes went by and the period was over.
Right.
It was time for us to get changed and go home.
Right.
I got into the locker room, but for some reason, my locker wasn't opening.
What?
I tried my usual combination over and over and over. It wouldn't click open though. I had to go to the sub and let him know to ask for my combination again.
Oh, damn.
Maybe the combo just slipped from my mind for some reason.
Ah.
The sub told me to give him a few minutes and he'd get the list of locker combos. I waited outside the office, and out he finally came with a book in his hands, open to a specific page. He walked into the girls' locker room with me, which I didn't expect him to do.
Wow. Okay, so I'm tired, right? Obviously. It seems like a regular thing with me that I'm tired. Right? But I don't know if he already established, if Mr. Nightmare already established that this person is a female, a freshman female, right? Like in the beginning of this story. But I'm just now hearing that she's a female. Yeah, god damn. He is definitely a pedophile. Jesus. God damn. I was hoping he wasn't, but nah, yep, he is. He is. He did a second I need some water. Like, this is ridiculous. I had Waffle House, right? Before I made before doing this video. And I'm doing this because I have like no bottoms on. I have underwear, but yeah, whatever. And yeah, I had Waffle House, right? So I didn't really have nothing to drink, and I mainly like drink water, but I feel like all that waffle is just like stuck in my junk. Hold on. Whew, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He is definitely a pedophile. I bet my whole YouTube check he is. I mean, he got signs. He did a double check, doing a checklist. Nobody checked the checklist. Hey, no, I'm done. He did a double check, right? The girl looks a lot older than what she really is, right? Which, that's kind of bad, right? He followed the girl in the locker room, in which I'm pretty sure she's the only female in the locker room, right? She's underage, completely underage, right? Not even close to being of age, right? And he's old.
The locker room was basically empty now, with one girl finishing up changing.
Oh.
He walked over to my locker and tried the combination written down on the paper. It didn't work no matter how many times he tried it. Each time he tried it and failed, he would look at me and laugh. I would force myself to laugh along to be polite.
No.
It started getting weird. He put his hand on my shoulder as he said, "We'll figure this out."
Like this shit, get the fuck off me. I don't know why I instantly thought of the Hodge twins when they back in the day when they used to be like sitting like side by side, be like, "Fuck off me, man, get the fuck off me, man, get the fuck off me, man. I'm gonna hurt your ass next time." Oh God. Y'all remember like a couple of videos ago when I said like I hate the people that just be like abusing their power? Prime example. He's a teacher. I feel like teachers can also get away with shit. Don't. Oh God. Hey. The balls. And the dick. Just saying. Hey, do what you need, baby girl. You got this. Do it. Kick him in the balls and the dick. Or just squeeze it. Just squeeze the balls just like hella tight. Just until one of them bitches pop. You don't know it yet. But you're in a clutch up situation right now. You don't realize it, but you are. Let the power of Adidas save your ass.
He tried the combination again, with his hand still on my shoulder.
Wow.
When it didn't work again, I felt his hand slowly started inching down from my shoulder to my lower back.
Oh, damn.
I pushed myself away and grabbed my bag, saying, "It's okay, I'm late for my bus." He tried to combo in the locker one more time, and it opened.
What?
He smiled.
So this motherfucker was just playing with the shit. The motherfucker was just playing with the lock. Really? Really? See, you know, when I didn't try it, like when it didn't work with me, I would have said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just go home just like this. Fuck it.
Then walked away. I waited till I heard the locker room door shut. Then I proceeded to getting changed quickly. When suddenly the room went dark.
Wow.
I finished pulling out my pants and shoved my locker in the dark. I threw on my backpack and started walking to the back exit of the locker room, which led outside. I feared that the sub would be waiting right by the door for me. I got predatory vibes from him. When I got to the end of that specific aisle of lockers I was in the intersection of two rows. I'd have to turn down left to get to the exit door, but still. Naturally, I had to look right to make sure that it was clear. There was a little light seeping in from one single rectangular window that sat under the ceiling. It was enough. Enough for me to see him peeking at me from around the wall of lockers.
Jesus.
So that's when I ran for the exit door. He came over behind me saying, wait, it's not what it looks like. I ran outside into the rain off the campus of the high school and walked the rest of the way home, giving me time to reflect on what happened. By the time I got home, soaking wet, it came to me that he most likely changed my locker combination somehow as a way of getting alone with me in the locker room. As for what he could have possibly been planning to do when he cut the lights, I never wanted to imagine. Honestly, I was too emotionally scared and quite frankly embarrassed to tell anyone about it, not even my parents or friends. It was something I just kept to myself all these years, because truthfully, I just don't feel comfortable telling people.
Hey, you know what I don't understand? Especially like with pedophiles, is when they get caught doing like some pedophile shit, right? And they say, wait, it's not what it looks like. Bitch. All right, let's take this story, for example, right? He mind you, he was all over this girl, right? And old girl, saw old dude, right, peeking at her through, like, I guess, a window or a crack or something. And all you can probably see is probably his face or his eyeball, right? And she's the only girl in there, changing her clothes. And you just turn your head randomly, and all you see is, like, a face, like the teacher's face, or, like, the eyeball, or whatever, right? And motherfucker talking about, wait, it's not what it looks like. Then, bitch, what the fuck does it look like? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh, okay, fuck. No answer. You lucky I don't, You should have hit him in the balls.
When I was in high school, I was in the band.
Right.
At my school, band was basically an easy A. It was either that, orchestra, or chorus, so I went with band. Anyhow, our band teacher, Mr. Nicholson, had the grading system set up so that as long as you attended class and went to your weekly lessons, you got an A.
Oh.
Sadly, towards the end of one quarter, I was missing 2 lessons.
Damn.
Because of that, my grade was a B.
Damn.
I went to him after class to ask if I could make up the lessons, and even though he seemed reluctant, he said he would let me come in during a lunch period and practice in one of the downstairs storage rooms to get credit for a lesson. I was more than happy with that, because realistically, I would probably just play games on my phone anyway instead of actually practicing. I arrived to the music room during my lunch period the next day. So I took my saxophone and headed down the stairs outside the music room towards the basement area for the music department. It was always kind of creepy down there because absolutely no one besides the music teachers would go down there usually, and the lights were kind of shitty. I'd only been down there a couple times before that day. But anyway, I walked down the hallway, and on either side were a bunch of doors that led into small, maybe 7 by 7 feet rooms. All of these rooms were used for storing things like chairs, music stands, spare instruments, Christmas decorations, and whatever. I stepped into one of the rooms and shut the door. I set up my music on one of the stands in the room, just in case Mr. Nicholson were to come down to check on me. But really, I didn't plan on actually playing. I started playing games on my phone, and then flick. Darkness.
What the fuck?
Like, as dark as it could get. Minus my phone screen. I looked over to the light switch to the room, just instinctively. Flicked it up and down a few times, but that did nothing. I stumbled as I got up from the seat to open the door, to more darkness. I held my phone out in front of me to light up this little hallway, even if it was just barely. I think I had like an iPhone 3 or something.
No,
Those
damn.
old ones didn't have flashlights.
Damn.
But anyway, that little light from my phone was enough to see one of the doors open near the end of the hall. And I heard something being dragged in that room.
What the hell?
One of the big plastic containers. There was also manic breathing, followed by animal-like grunting. Then I saw a big plastic container being pushed out of that room into the hallway. As I saw this, I turned off my phone screen and went back into the room I was just in. I shut the door so quietly. I don't know what exactly I was thinking in that moment that I decided to hide. But I think the strange sounds I was hearing from this person, mixed with a random blackout, made me wary of staying in that hallway. Whoever that was blocking the stairs though. And of course, I got no reception down in that little basement area. All I felt comfortable doing was sitting in that room and waiting for the lights to hopefully turn back on. But the lights seemed like they were never going to turn back on. So I decided I would try and get back upstairs again.
Hey, I know most of y'all are like in school, or like not school right now, because I know a lot of y'all just like probably either graduated or is on like summer break or whatever. But like generally, like I'm just talking in general. I know some of y'all are in school, and just let me know, like in the comment section, if you have a teacher or know a teacher that acts hella sus, hella weird. Like he just like, and every time you get near him or you talk to him, you get like a weird, like a weird vibe, like a bad, like, oh shit, you about to do something. Cause I had a teacher like that in high school. God, I would hate talking to him, bruh. Cause I feel like, I feel weird even talking about him. But yeah, like teaching is not for everybody. Like I understand, like you know, you're great at teaching, but like, bruh, like your whole persona, like your whole vibe is just, it's giving me some bad shit, bruh. Like son, you need to, I don't know what the hell you got going on, but you just need to tone that shit down. Please. Jesus.
Quietly opened the door with my phone in front of me for light. Then I stepped into the hall. I inched up a little closer to the stairs, and I heard something again. I quickly crept into the next closest room with the door open and shut it. I still didn't know what I was hiding from. Could it have been a staff member or janitor? At that point, the only reason I had of thinking it wasn't was because they only appeared down there after the lights turned off. I stood in that room in complete darkness, only listening and waiting for another sound from outside. But you know how when you're in a room with someone, even if you don't necessarily hear them, you can kind of just sense their presence?
Hell yes.
That's suddenly the feeling I got standing in that pitch black room. I lifted my shaking hand up and pressed the home button on my phone to turn on the screen, just for half a second. That was enough to see someone standing in the corner of this little storage room, 3 feet away from me. I pretended I didn't see anything, but it was too late. Shh, is what I heard, breaking the silence.
Shh, my ass.
Then, a hand patted my shoulder twice and started squeezing it.
Get the fuck off.
I basically dove for the doorknob, struggling to find it at first, but pulling the door open when I did. The man in the room with me tried pushing the door shut after I opened it, but I was already out. I ran up the stairs and out the door to the main level of the music hall, where the lights were still on. I ran to Mr. Nicholson to tell him, out of breath. He called security to check the basement section of the music hall, but security came back upstairs and said, besides a bunch of music equipment moved around, there wasn't anyone down there. The rest of the period, Mr. Nicholson canceled his flute lesson, and I sat there in the room with him and 5 flute players, explaining the whole story in detail. Without cameras in the music hall, there was no way of catching whoever went down there and killed the power for the basement. It seemed that he was trying to steal expensive music equipment. That, or God knows what else. The next day, I was called into the dean's office to give my story of what happened, and the rest is history.
Mr. Nicholson, I feel like it's in fucking cahoots. Watch that, Nick, person.
One night, my friends and I hatched a genius plan. We'd sneak into the high school basement through one of the windows that was broken and never fixed. The thing about this window, you'd have to hop a short metal gate surrounding an outside staircase leading to the basement. Not that it would effectively stop anyone, but it added that extra barrier that makes you feel like you're really doing something devious when you crossed over it. We made sure there weren't any security cars anywhere nearby and hopped the gate. Crawling in through the window proved difficult, considering we had to boost ourselves up, then crawl through an insanely skinny opening. But once we were in, we were in. We kind of dispersed from each other to explore different areas.
Ah, damn.
One thing was for sure, the basement of the school was a mess, and anything but interesting. There was little light. One small white light was on in a far corner, and the exit sign light actually produced more light than you'd think. I was looking around when I saw one of my friends in front of me. He whispered, "Let's go upstairs." So I followed him upstairs, and he opened the door up to the main hallway of the school. Everything was dark. I always thought there were at least some lights left on in the school at night. But no, not a single light was on. And all that really stood out as far as the eye could see were the various exit signs glowing red. I followed my friend down the hall and remembered saying, "Dude, this is really creepy." And he replied back, "Shh."
My ass.
But I realized he was right. Who knew if somebody else could be in the building besides my friends and I? Little did I know just yet. I followed my friend to the bathroom, and he went into one of the stalls. I whispered, "Hurry up." I waited for a while. Then my phone started to ring. I picked up, and it was one of my friends, Chris.
A while? You waited for a while? Bruh, you're a guy. It takes you like what? 8 seconds to pee? If that? Come on. He over here playing games and shit. Jesus. Bruh, no.
He asked, "Where the hell did you go?" I said, "I'm upstairs with either Roland or Brandon." He said, "What do you mean? They're with me." Right
What?
after, both Brendan and Roland said hi, apparently on speakerphone.
Oh.
I stuttered the word I and stopped, trying to think straight. Then there was a laughing coming from in the stall. Not the laugh of any of my friends.
Oh my God.
I looked up at the stall. There was someone looking over it at me, probably standing on the toilet. I screamed holy shit over and over into the phone as I left the bathroom. Shortly after I was out, I heard the stall door slam shut. I tried to run back to the basement in the dark, but it wasn't too easy to find in the dark. Luckily, I managed to find it, so I started to scream their names as I ran down the stairs. I screamed, "Go, go," when they answered, and we one by one jumped off some kind of bucket onto the window ledge and crawled back outside. I was the first one out, though, afraid that person from the bathroom was following. When we were all outside, I explained to them, out of breath, while also laughing now that I felt safe with all of them next to me.
Ain't shit funny about what the hell just happened to you? Ain't shit funny. Ain't shit funny. Nothing funny about what the hell almost happened to you. Ain't nothing funny about that shit. I don't know why you laughing.
I guess we were loud or something, though, because as we all just started looking around at the whole school building and all the classroom windows, in one of the downstairs windows was someone with their hands pressed up on the glass. You could only see maybe half their face. I said that's gotta be him, as Roland ushered us to get the hell out of there. We ran until we were off the premises of the school, and that was that. We came up with a lot of possible explanations, but none of them really made sense. Obviously, we never did anything like that again, though.
You sure? I kind of feel like you did. Just saying. I don't really have like any like personal crazy stories that's happened to me in high school. And I guess that's just because my mom just picked like the best schools. But yeah, I don't really have any crazy stories to tell y'all. I wish I did, but I don't. But I know some of y'all out there got some pretty crazy stories to tell me. So if you want, like I'm talking like stories like in high school. If you want, let me know about some of your crazy stories in the comment section below, or like hit me up on Snapchat or whatever. But son, story number 1 and 2 was definitely took the cake, cause like story number 1 just escalated like a mother clucker. Like the same day you met 2 people, right? Same day you met 2 people. Same day you got the phone numbers, exchanged numbers, right? Same day y'all talking about hanging out. Same day you go to a cemetery, right? Same day you go to the woods. That's 5 red flags right there. 5 of them that you completely missed, went right over your head. Number 2, with the pedophile, I feel like teachers nowadays, not teachers, I don't really know who checks like the applications for teachers. Is it the principal or the vice principal or whatever? Like whoever job that is, y'all need to do like a like serious, thorough like background check, because I feel like it's easy to be like a pedophile. Like as far as like a teacher goes, like you're surrounded by kids. What? How long are they in school for? 7, 8, 9 hours, I guess. I don't really know. It's been a minute since I've been in school. But yeah, like, teachers are surrounded by kids all day. All day. So, I mean, yeah. Please do some more thorough background checks. Like your main teacher, all right, like your main teacher could be probably be cool, but when you have a substitute teacher for like a couple of classes or like a couple of days, hey, I don't know about that, cause that's a sub. Like, you know your main teacher, right? But then when you put a substitute teacher in your class, you don't know nothing about that teacher. Nothing. I'm just saying, I feel like it's easy to hire a teacher that's a pedophile. That shit is so disgusting, bro. And if you have a teacher that's like that, I'm so sorry. Man. But, yeah. And I feel like teachers in general be on some shit too. Cause, yeah. I mean, I had my fair share of teachers that's been on some like weird shit, right? On some sus shit, like not nothing like out of the ordinary, right? Not nothing that's like crazy or anything. But I've had some teachers that did some like weird shit. I was like, oh, that was weird. You're weird. That's ew. Why did you do that? You know, but. You ever? I had a teacher when I was in high school, bad as shit. She had to be in her like early 20s. Body like a mother, and she was short. Oh my god! And she used to wear like these tight skirts, not skirts, dresses, or like these tight clothes. She knew exactly what she was doing. Exactly. Messing with teenage guys' heads. Jesus. Let me go back to that school and find out what she doing. Because I'm a man now. What you talking about? God. Miss Hall. Miss Hall. Not Mrs. Miss Hall. Let me catch her in the hallways. I'm done. Oh shit. But yeah, man. High school, it was okay for me. It wasn't like the greatest time as far as like school was. I would say college was like the best time I was in school. But definitely not high school, because I was low-key bullied in high school. Well, all the way up to high school. I was bullied in kindergarten, elementary school, middle school, and high school. Some of high school, not all of high school, but yeah. It is what it is. I turned out good. I think I turned out great. Just saying. Hey. And if you're currently getting bullied right now, like, I never like fought my way out of being bullied. Like, I was never one to be like, you know what? I've had enough of this shit. I've had enough. You know, it's time to throw hands. I was never the fighting type, and I never will be. I mean, if like, I guess like one day if that's the only thing I have to do. But, yeah, I just either talked my way out, or I just didn't let it get to me, I guess. Like, you can't bully somebody forever. Like, that shit's gonna get old. And plus, you have to grow up. Like, grow the hell up. What you doing? Like, bullying people. And I feel like bullies got some personal shit they need to take care of, or got some personal things going on. That's why they be bullying other people, unless they just want to be dicks. But yeah, if you're currently getting bullied, please let fighting be like the last resort. Try talking it out, or try to, like, wait it out or whatever. But please let fighting be like the last resort. I know it's gonna be hard. I know it's gonna be tough. Just that's what I did. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the. All right. So this is gonna be a different video. Yeah. So I'm not gonna elaborate how the hell I passed or survived bullying, but I did. Thank God I did. But if you're currently getting bullied, it's gonna get better. It will. It will. Just stay positive. Keep the faith. You're gonna be all right. I know it's gonna be hard. I know it seems tough, hard as hell, but you got this. You got this. Fight it. Fight it. Fight it. Keep it cool. Keep it classy. And I love you. Wow. This video is almost an hour long. Jesus. Keep it cool. Keep it classy. And I love you. Stay happy. My family.
That drip, shout it drip. She got that drip.
She got that drip.
Shout it drip. She got that drip. Shout it drip.
Drip, drip. She dancing dirty.
Yeah, yeah.
She twerking on me.
Twerk, twerk.
She got that drip.